Ben, commiserations. In the end, was that just the outcome that you were so desperate to avoid?
Yeah, we were desperate to avoid it, but I don't think we upped ourselves. I don't think we did enough to do anything other than what the results suggested, to be honest with you. It's a case of just confidence at the minute. It's so crazy low, which I don't know why it is or why it should be. I think you get into a state of just trying to minimise as much damage as you can, but I think it's such a dangerous way to approach games. But they're Man City, they're very, very good.
You mentioned confidence being low, spirit being perhaps low. Do you feel the events of the last few days may have had a bearing on that at all?
No, not necessarily. I think we're well versed in what goes on at this club. It's kind of it is what it is. You honestly, you just get used to it in football nowadays. Nothing really ever seems to shock. So you just got to roll with the punches, and you can't ever blame anything other than your own performances. And I think every one of us has to kind of just look at ourselves. We've got a massive game on Sunday, and that's all we've got to look at now.
The second goal tonight was a key goal coming when it did. It was a penalty award. Did some of the players feel it was a little harsh? Replays showed that Will might have got the slightest touch on the ball.
Yeah, no, stuff like that, I don't know. I just saw the foul. I thought it was a foul at the time. I haven't seen the replay, so I don't really know. But you know, when they're coming in the box like that, you do not dive in at them. Simple as that. You don't dangle a foot, dangle a leg, anything like that. You don't do it because they're so quick and fast that you're just asking for trouble. Because
of the situation that you were in, that you knew you were in coming into this game, and who you were playing, was there that element of can we just keep the score down, particularly at half time?
We didn't want it to be, but it definitely turned out like that. That's the way it looked from where I was standing, and probably from where you were standing as well. And that for me is not right. I don't think you should go into any game trying to just sort of damage limitation. That's just ridiculous. You know, you've got to give it a go. And we didn't do that today. I think we looked scared, and we looked like you say, just damage limitation. It shouldn't be that way.
Well, looking at it the other way round, is there a crumb of consolation in this situation that it was only 4? You yourself made some key interventions tonight.
Oh, buzzing with a 4-0 then. Mate, I've been on the receiving end of 8 earlier in the season. We were 5 down after 18 minutes, so I remember looking at the clock after 18 and thinking, well, that's 5 less than what we got last time. So, no, you know, that's the problem with Man City. Honestly, as a goalkeeper, they're your worst nightmare. You know that they can do that to you. If they're on it and they're really on pomp and you're not, then they can put 6, 7, 8 very easily.
Arsenal is a huge game. How strong is the belief in that dressing room that you can go and get a result?
Yeah, we've got to pick them up. At the minute, they're very dejected, very down. We didn't want to get beat tonight. We didn't want to lose it in the way we did. Goal difference could be key come the end of the season. And Arsenal game now is huge. Obviously, there's another big game on the telly tonight, which I'm sure everyone's going to be glued to. But you can't ever go just looking at anybody else. You got to take it upon yourself. You got to look at yourself and work hard for your own team. And that's what we need to do Sunday.